The other thing, I was thinking about something that's in Gleaves' article, and I've got a couple of handouts for you, is the issue of personal presence. And when I saw that in the piece that Gleaves had written about President Ford, I was tickled with that because it's something I've actually given a talk. Oh, I can't remember. The title was something about leadership through personal presence and communication, but it was kind of a combination of some of these principles, but then also meeting management. But it was basically that in managing attention, part of the way you manage attention is you've got to get people to look at you, and you've got to have the bearing, the grace, the public persona, and so that presence is a part of it, and it ties in with self-confidence. But I thought it was interesting because it was something that Gleaves and I had never talked about, and then suddenly when I reread his piece, it was there. So now let me ask you, and I know we don't have time for it today in terms of this class, how many of you have been to the museum? Okay, only part of the class. Okay, well, we're glad you're here for the rest of you for a first time. One of the things we had debated doing for this session was sort of a guided tour of the museum core exhibits about President Ford, where we'd talk about this in context, but we're a little bit larger group to do all at once in terms of with other visitors, and especially with a rainy day. You know, rainy days are good for museums. People come in. Everybody in the museum business says that. So I see we've got a lot of traffic today. So I would like to, whether through Gleaves' auspices, we would love to have the chance to have you visit anytime, number one, on your own, but to have you come as a group and to provide a guided tour, and we could also provide a behind-the-scenes sneak peek at things the public doesn't see. I think I know the right people to arrange that. Because that's a wonderful way to augment your experience on campus and your knowledge of Gerald Ford. He's a part of this community, but also thinking about the presidency and what the Hauenstein Center does. You have a bird's eye view and a chance to look at a presidency in a way, but right here in your backyard. So with that, I'm going to turn things back over to Gleaves.
Elaine, thank you so much for such a thoughtful presentation of qualities of leadership and drawing out of this class some of the virtues and the parameters by which we judge leaders. And as a small token of appreciation, we'd like to give you something. We'd like to give you a Hauenstein Center tote bag.
Oh, how cool.
And we've got several things. We've got a mug in it with Ralph Hauenstein's
how great.
Andy's mints in there.
Oh,
so
how nice.
You could just have
I was hoping for chocolate or something.
You've got chocolate and you've got
No.
the mug.
Oh, great.
And here's the tote bag. So
Thank you very much
thank
again.
You so
Thank
much.
you. That's wonderful.
Right.
Thank you. And again, a pleasure to have you. I know last year you heard from Marty Allen, the chair emeritus of our foundation, who was a personal friend of President Ford, and he can regale you with stories that I can't on a personal level, although I met him a couple of times and flew out after I took the position, flew out to meet him and met with him in his office out at Rancho Mirage, and that was just an incredible experience. And he called me on my first day on the job, and that was an incredible experience too. I'd never had a call from a president before. So at any rate, so I have to look at some of this a little bit more academically, but we're really glad to have you here, and I hope that your whole session, you've got a wonderful array of speakers, and I hope you enjoy the program. You have a really wonderful opportunity at Grand Valley, which is a great school, and to have the Hauenstein Center, which is unique in the country. So Gleaves and his team here run a really, really special program. So it's congratulations to all of you for being accepted into this program.
Well, thanks for being such a gracious host today. Really appreciate it.